What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to some more MLB The Show 19 Pittsburgh Pirates franchise. And today we get the June recap as we're moving right along here in the first season. And basically it's going to be like every monthly recap video. Stats, standings, league leaders, players of the month, injuries, all that stuff. Also going to talk a little bit about trade deadline and kind of where I think we are in terms of buyers, sellers at the deadline. And then we'll also take a look at the All-Star voting, see if we have any All-Stars, as the All-Star game is quickly approaching. So let's take a look at the standings. We're currently down to 4th place in the NL Central, unfortunately. The Cardinals have now jumped us as well, as we're still over 500, but it's not looking good. Looking like playoffs are going to be a thing for us this year. It's going to be in the wild card, and unfortunately they jumped us in that too, but we're still only 2 games out of a wild card spot halfway through the season with a month to go till the deadline. So right now it's kind of up in the air for buyers or sellers. We're going to keep trying to compete. We're not going to sell the team and tank, but if we do make a move at the deadline, I'm not going to sell the farm for this team. I don't see us being championship contenders, but we're also not going to tank. We're going to try to see, we might be able to make it through with this team and push for the postseason, but I don't know. We'll readdress it at the end of July when we really need to make a decision. So let's take a look at the league leaders. Corey Dickerson, batting average, comes in the top 10 now, 319. He's really had a great month of June. Honestly, probably the player of the month for our team, as Gong has kind of slowed down a little bit. But Dickerson's right up there. And he's also up there in hits. Get it on there, 13th. Doubles, he currently leads, tied with Adam Frazier, our second baseman. So our 2-hitter and our 4-hitter leading the National League in doubles, which Frazier unfortunately suffers an injury after I get done recording. So he's probably going to fall off the list. More on that a little later, but yeah. So Kevin Newman, obviously I've said this many times, he's on the team for his glove, not as bad, but he is leading top getter in triples up there in the top 5. So that's good to see. And then Young Ho Gong, falling down a little bit, but he's still right there, 3rd in home runs with 23 on the season. And I mean, he fell off on RBIs, but that RBI's not the most important stat in the first place, as Dickerson did pass him for the team lead in RBIs, and he's currently ranked 3rd with 63 ribbies. Not quite as many power numbers, but he is driving in the runs. He's hitting for a significantly higher average. Again, average not the most important stat, but he's putting balls in play. His on-base percentage is up there. Gong. I don't know why I said Gang. RBI leader there as well. He's still on the list. And then runs scored, Starling Marte creeping up there, quietly having a really good season. 281 clip, on base percentage could be a little better as well, but I'm happy with what he's doing. He's leading the NL in stolen bases. Not a whole lot, 14, 15 is the lead in the NL, but still, we'll take it. And then slugging percentage, Gong still up there. So he's still, slugging. He's still hitting them doubles, even if he's not driving in as many runs. And then Dickerson's up there as well. He's actually creeped back on the list. And then Gong still on the OPS. And then Dickerson's like the next guy under. I think he's like 13th. So 3-4 guys still driving in the runs, OPS-wise, kicking some butt. On to the pitching staff, Jamison Taillon rebounded from that collapse a few games ago to win his next couple starts. Again, wins, don't really care about those, but it does show that he's at least going deep enough into the ball game to qualify. And then Felipe Vasquez, we still, I don't think, have shown him in a gameplay video. Just haven't got the saves when we've shown. We've either been losing or it hasn't been a save situation. So, but he's having a quietly very good year. On to another guy having a good year, Nick Kingham, our 5th starter. He has his ERA down under 2.7. sitting at 269 right now. Very impressed with him. And then Trevor Williams. He's having a very good year as well, despite the last game. But, you know, it's nice to see because we know what we have in Tyon. We don't know what we have in those two, so it's good to see them pitching well. Hopefully they can be a part of this future. And then Tyon again, up there in strikeouts, getting over 100 in 100 innings. Good to see that. Innings pitched as well. So he's going the distance in these ball games. Which, you know, that's always good. Like I said, wins don't necessarily matter, but if you're eating up them innings and you're hanging in there getting wins, it means you're pitching respectable. So then Kingham up there in whip still. He was up there last month in there. So it's nice to see him creeping up in other stats to kind of support them numbers. And then the bat and wins above replacement. Dickerson replaces Gong on the list. Just sneaking on there at 13th. So overall, still pretty good league leader stats for us. Well, let's take a look at quickly look at the team stats. Like I said, Tyon, sorry. Having a decent year. Chris Archer returned from injury. He had like 2 starts, I think, so far. He's done pretty decent. ERA's 3.52. It's not much of a sample size, but it's good to have him back in the rotation. Cool went back to AAA. And then Keller's hurt again. So, Trevor Williams, real quickly though, he's, you know, aside from that last start, doing pretty good. Musgrove is the guy I really wanted to kind of get rid of and bring up Keller, but Keller got hurt again. I think he broke his wrist again, which I don't know if that's a glitch on the game or if it's just our Pirates' luck, but everyone seems to be breaking their hand and their wrist this year. So he's back on the DL, so we can't really call him up. So we're kind of stuck with Musgrove. And because I'm not going back to Cool, he's done with him. He's AAA where he can stay. And then Kingham's doing pretty good. We already talked about him. The bullpen is, aside from Liriano, pitching very well, which is kind of what I figured all year anyway. I figured they'd be kind of our strong suit. They would be the thing that would help us win, especially the back end of the bullpen with Vasquez and Rodriguez. We just got to do a better job of getting them the ball with the lead, which has been kind of an issue the last month or so, which has kind of contributed to us falling down. But onto the batting lineup. And Starlin Marte, like I said, he's quietly having a pretty good year, 281. Leading the NL in stolen bases, getting on base, but still like to see him do a little better. Adam Frazier's having a really good year, but like I said, he actually will get injured. It happened right after I stopped recording. He's going to be out for a month or two. So we called up some guy from AAA to play second base. So Polanco will go back to the 2-hole. But, you know, that kind of sucks. Frazier's having a good year, but, you know, that's baseball. Injuries happen. And I think called up Kevin Kramer is the guy we called up, and I think he's going to do pretty good for us. So we'll see how that goes. But like I said, Polanco, he's not hitting too well in the 6-hole either. I was hoping that would help him by sliding him down, but he's just kind of treading water at this point, so maybe if he goes to the 2-hole, spark him, I don't know. We'll see what happens, but Diaz has not been doing well either. I hope we can get Sorelli back, but it's looking like he's going to miss probably another month or two. And then Newman, again, I say it every time, he's your first defense. But, I mean, he's really the best option at this point. And then our bench is playing pretty well. I can't complain. I mean, Kyle Moran, maybe he should get some at-bats at short. I don't know if I really want to trust him there, but I don't know. I like the bench the way it is. They're hitting what I expect them to do. So on to injuries. Like I said, Cervelli's still hurt. It's got about a month or two left. And then Frazier's not on here yet, but he's on the DL for maybe even the rest of the season. Like I said, Keller's back on the DL. And that's unfortunate. Might even shut him down for the rest of the year. Because by the time he comes back, the minor league playoffs will be starting anyway. Maybe give him a September call-up. I don't know. We'll see what happens there. But otherwise, everyone else is just minor leaguers. But those are some key injuries, unfortunately. Players of the Month, Pitcher of the Month goes to James Paxton in the AL for the A's. He killed it. Definitely deserving. And George Springer, he just murdered us in that last gameplay video, so he definitely deserves the nod there. And then Rookie of the Month was Eloy Jimenez, of former Cub, now White Sox, on the south side. The NL Pitcher of the Month, Andrew Miller, reliever, 14 appearances, ERA under 1. Player of the Month was Justin Turner. He hit 411 homers and 100 at-bats, definitely deserving for him. And then Nick Senzel was Rookie of the Month for the Reds. Neither of the rookies really played well, but I don't know. So, All-Star update. Felipe Vasquez currently 4th. Don't know if he'll make it. Adam Frazier's hurt, so he ain't going to make it even if he does, but he was 9th. I don't think he would have made it. Young Ho Gong, 4th. I think he got robbed. I don't think he made it either. Corey Dickerson, I believe, is the one All-Star we have. Leads the left fielders in votes. So I believe he will make it at least. So we're guaranteed to have one anyway, but Marte is 4th. I could see him possibly making it since it is outfield. And then Polanco's 9th. I don't see him really making the team, but we should have Dickerson, hopefully. You would think Vasquez, maybe a reliever, would make it. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. That's 2 videos from now. The next video, we have a game against the Brewers, and then we'll do the All-Star Game video. With that said, guys, that's going to do it for today's video. If you went on to enjoy it, please do smash that like button down below. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already for more Pirates franchise. And let me know in the comments what you thought of the first half of the season. If we're buyers or sellers. Love to hear from you. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Till next time. Peace.